I do a lot of work with students, and I see that students around Europe are using apologetics, defending the faith, answering people's questions as a way into doing evangelism. But one of the things I've realised is that people don't stop asking questions when they stop being students. Lots of people are really thinking. They are engaging, exploring the big questions of life. And so as churches, we need to make sure that we're engaging with those questions. Often we'll be surprised by how many people want to discuss these big issues. Sometimes in churches, I've noticed that when we put on evangelistic events, we simply bill the event as something around food or music or whatever, and then almost like a warning, we advertise with a short talk, as if that was the bit that we need to warn people about. But what about putting on events where actually we think of creative and engaging talk titles that people might want to come to? A talk on the issue of suffering, on human sexuality, on issues like that. So I think we can put on events that explore these big questions. Now, one of the ways that we do that at my local church is once a month on a Sunday evening, turning the church into something like a cafe and having an evening service dedicated to exploring one of those big questions. We don't have any congregational singing. People can come and get cakes and coffee. There's a short talk for about 20 minutes, and then there's the opportunity to ask questions both through text or from the floor. So it's a very relaxed and informal environment. It feels very different to a normal church service, but it gets the whole church involved. And the good thing about doing it on a Sunday is that not only can people invite their friends, but it means the whole church congregation are there. Because actually what we want to do through this, in a kind of secondary sense, is equip the church to answer people's questions. And so doing it at a time when the whole church gathers is a great place to do that. But another place that we could do that is in coffee shops or cafes, and I've seen this work really well. People love to chew over big ideas as they chew over their cake and they drink their coffee. So could we book out a coffee shop? Sometimes people will do that for free if we offer to buy enough coffees and make that a venue for an evening discussion on a particular topic. Great to do it outside the church venue, and it means that people might be more relaxed in coming along to something like that. So those are a couple of ideas that I've seen work in a very effective way that really get people exploring, and you'll be surprised how many people might want to come to an event like that. People who are asking questions who we might not have thought about yet.